Hello, Facebook friends. Hope you guys are doing amazing. And it is a beautiful Saturday evening here in Dallas, Texas. And, I had some massive aha moments today, and I wanted to take a moment to share those moments with you with the intention that it'll help you just reflect on your life and get some clarity as to why things are going the way they are in your life. And one thing that I heard a while ago, and it's just sinking in more and more almost every single day, is that, we match the vibration, we match the energy of our family of origin. We match the energy, we match the emotions, we match the vibration of our family of origin. And so therefore, on a really basic level, our unconscious mind is, determines 90% of our beliefs, our thoughts, our actions, and really more importantly, our beliefs about ourselves. And a lot of those are formed under the age of 7. And so therefore, like having worked with so many people now in the last few years, really kind of going through this really deep journey within me, I'm realizing more and more what I see all the time. If we are, born or raised in a family with depression, no wonder more of us are inclined to be depressed. If we're raised with a family with a high level of anxiety, no wonder we tend to go there, and that becomes like our normal state. If we were raised with a family that had a lot of money things and money trauma and survival based stuff, no wonder we tend to go there. And it's so easy to match or want to match. We don't even realize it sometimes. And what I'm realizing more and more is if there's any limitation in my life, and where there's you, there is you. Where there's limitation in your life, it's all connected, and no wonder we're kind of doing it to ourselves. We're doing it ourselves. So if we're not fully shining our light, if we're not fully stepping into, let's say career or business, if we're not fully showing up in our relationships, it's all connected. Everything is you. Everything is you. And it was almost painful, this realization that I had earlier today. It was almost painful. And, I'm just going to share my story real quick. I came from India when I was 5 years old. 5 years old, my parents came to America for the first time, and there was a lot of stress in my family of origin. My parents were brand new immigrants. My dad, wasn't educated, and he worked really hard. I'm so proud of where he was and how far he's come, and he was able to provide everything for my brother and me growing up. But when I think about those early years under the age of 5, it wasn't easy. There was a lot of money stress. There was a lot of trauma in that way. Under the age of 7, we came to America, my mom, brother, and I, and we ended up going back to India for a multitude of reasons. My dad couldn't afford to keep us here, and he was completely in survival mode, just trying to get by day to day. My grandfather, whom I had a really deep relationship with, died. And so there was a lot of trauma in that way for me in those early years. So when I kind of think about what is that energy, what is the emotion, there's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of sadness. Like my mom trying to, she was 19 years old when she had me. The sadness of going through life alone. The sadness of my father not being able to provide for his family the way that he wanted. All the transitions that came from coming into America. And so a lot of times when I get in my own way. We all get in our own way. And, the work that I do to support you, and I'm going to show up with more and more, just with these lives, just whatever's coming up for me, and let you know you're not alone. And if you're holding back in any area of your life and living, and I'm really great at seeing how my clients are holding themselves back, and I'm really great at supporting them to help them get to the next level so that they can eradicate those limitations that are self-imposed. But it's really hard for me to see it in me. And today I had a lot of support to help me see my limitations and to really bring compassion to me of wow, Karishma, you have come so far. And no wonder you kept yourself stuck in certain areas, because it was safe to be sad. It was safe to be limited. It was safe to be all those things that didn't feel free. But, just sometimes when we have the courage to say things out loud, it just shifts. And we realize, you know what? I am brave. I am courageous. I am free. And if I'm not free, it's because I've convinced myself that I'm not. And the truth is, I have everything available to me that I could ever want. Incredible relationship, amazing health. My kids are doing amazing. I love my business. I love what I do. I help people every day in the way that I choose to. And for me, that is freedom. Living my life on purpose. But the awareness that it takes to look within you, the courage it takes to look within you. And most of us spend all of our energy and time looking at the outside, going, you know what, if I make more money, I'm going to be okay. If my partner responds in this way, I'm going to be okay. If X, Y, and Z, if my kids are less temperamental, I'm going to be okay. It has nothing to do with that. My being okay is me being okay with me accepting all of me accepting that little girl that felt like she had to hide because she didn't know what to do with herself. And it's okay. And there's so much like cultural conditioning for me that really played into my upbringing. So instead of looking at that and shooting on myself and be like, I should be different, I get to accept and embrace all those parts of me and be like, wow, Karishma, you were raised to hide. You're a girl that's Indian. You were raised to hide. And here you are showing up every single day. And it's not about showing up for you. It's about showing up for me. Because looking into this mirror that I'm talking to right now is the hardest thing for me sometimes, to look at myself and to really accept what's going on. And when we allow ourselves to be that vulnerable and allow ourselves to really connect from that space of our hearts, everything changes. And I know there's a lot of you out there that will resonate with this message, knowing that you're not alone. Knowing that if things aren't doing amazing or going well, on some level we're doing it to ourselves. But having that authenticity and vulnerability and courage to accept what is really allows us to shift into the other side. So I hope you found that helpful, insightful. Hopefully that gave you an opportunity to self-reflect. And it's okay. Every part of this journey that you're on is perfectly okay. And if we're not free in any shape or form, it's because we're doing it to ourselves, which means that we have the ability to step into full, limitless freedom if we so choose. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I'll talk to all of you soon. Bye.